a big cheer.
Well, nice.
Good evening, Cambridge. So, I am aware how I look. I know that I look like every guy in Wetherspoons. That was at the march on Saturday. Nice to see you again, Toshi. Who, after 2 pints, will probably use the phrase, no, you're alright. It's just the rest of them. Despite looking like that, I was actually raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
Ooh.
Sorry, old habits die hard. And you won't be surprised to know that's why my set's going to be mainly political, because I didn't believe in science growing up. So over the next 9 or so minutes, we're going to do some topical stuff, some political stuff, some pop culture. Pop culture for you, so that's like news from TikTok. TikTok for you, so it's like a cross between the Daily Mail and Babe Station. So some could be light, some could be dark. If it gets too dark, let me know, I'll bring it back. If you enjoyed it, let me know and I'll carry on. We're alright with that, Cambridge?
Yay!
So I'm going to start with a little topical one from this country, just so I can gauge the mood, so I can see where we can go. So, racist and a murderer walk into a pub. I said it'd be topical, I didn't say it'd be light. Racist and a murderer walk into a pub. Barman says, "Evening, officers." Okay, I think we're going to be alright. So, people quite often say to me, what was it like growing up as a Jehovah's Witness? Well, other faiths, they believe Father, Son, Holy Spirit are all one, referred to as the Trinity. Jehovah's Witnesses believe they're all separate. Obviously in Cambridge, not really religious, because you're educated. So, other faiths, to illustrate it for you, will only listen to Destiny's Child albums as a group. I did just compare Destiny's Child to Trinity, yeah. Whereas Jehovah's Witnesses appreciate the individual talent and quality of Beyonce and the other two. So we'll start with a little commentary on society in this country. So I don't know if you're aware, but statistically in the UK, the more attractive you are, the higher level of crime you're likely to get. Statistical fact. So you've got to be thinking about celebrities and what level of crime they can get away with purely based on their looks. On the one hand, Chris Hemsworth, attractive man, it's genocide, isn't it? Ed Sheeran, probably littering. Wayne Rooney's getting arrested for crimes other people have made. So talking about criminals, we'll stay in this country for a bit. Keir Starmer. So when they got in a year ago, so we're going to take the piss out the left and the right, by the way. So you know, I'm an equal opportunities comedian. All the jokes we shit. So when they got in a year ago, do you remember they announced the assisted dying program? We were, oh no shit, it wasn't called that, was it? Oh yeah, sorry, the cut to the pensions with the and that was bad news for my nan. It was, she was terrified. But we got through winter, spring, summer, so I've got a new house now. She died years ago, it's fine. Do you want a slightly darker one, or not sure? So, and the cost of living, you know, it's not just old people. You know, I've got 2 daughters, I live in Bedford, Layla and Neve. Layla just started senior school, so I went to go to London before she went back to get some new clothes. And it's so expensive, so expensive. I had to shave her head so we could get a free taxi back to Brentwood. Right, that's the line, that's fine. Right, some other ones about Labour. Okay, alright, I'll start a slightly lighter one. What have Jeremy Corbyn, Keir Starmer and stamp duty got in common? They're Angela Rayner's answers when she plays the game Snog, Marry, Avoid. Okay. Also, I don't know if we saw a few weeks ago, it turns out it was AI, which was slightly disappointing. There was the video of Keir Starmer and Macron doing cocaine on the train. Did we see that? Turns out it was AI. I was quite disappointed because when I first saw it, cocaine on the train, see it, say it, snort it. And his policies make sense because, you know, when I did cocaine, allegedly, makes you want to fuck half the country. He also wants to reduce the deficit. So he wants to get criminals making a positive contribution to society. He wants to get them working again. So whether you are racist, murderer, or prone to violence against women, there is a job at the Metropolitan Police for you. That's a joke, more of a sad indictment on society. Okay, so they're not really relevant now. We'll pick on the Tories for a bit. Boris Johnson, 3 weeks ago, announced the birth of his 9th child. What? Yeah. Fucking only thing that man's ever pulled out, obviously, you, innit? Now, apparently, the main leader of the opposition is Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage, you know Nigel Farage, you know, Leader of Reform UK, KK. And they've got a football team. There's a Reform UK football team now. And any football fans in?
Hey!
Yeah. So remember, England. I think Reform football team is going to have the same problem as England's golden generation, with the likes of Becks, Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard. Very light on the left wing. And they've also opened a Reform pub in Blackpool. Does anybody know Blackpool? So the Reform pub. So if you go down the High Street of Blackpool, the Reform pub's on the far right. Only serves bitter. What else has been going on? Okay, so the Epstein files have been back in the news again. You know, Mandelson's been sacked. Nobody had that one. They didn't go card, did they? And are we aware? Do you know Ghislaine Maxwell? You heard? Yeah. Boo, yeah, child dropper. Congratulations for booing the child dropper. She's come out and she said, Donald Trump, Prince Andrew, definitely not involved. You can't trust a child trafficker, who can you trust? And I just thought, you know what? She's just prevented her suicide next week, isn't she? Epstein didn't kill himself, did he? And what we need to learn from, but what America needs to learn from us is, I know they say you can't ban guns, so much going on these last few weeks. It was touched on earlier. When Farage had the milkshake thrown over him, we didn't ban milkshakes. Have you known the McDonald's with a working machine since? That's all America needs to do. Right, where else we go? Okay, is anyone here suffering from hay fever, by the way? Yeah? So I don't know if you're aware that you can actually now go into Harley Street and they can test what your symptoms are caused by. So I'm from a little place called Stevenage. Anybody know Stevenage?
Hey!
Yeah. Give it one word to sum up Stevenage. So I went down to Harley Street, got tested. Turns out my symptoms caused by cocaine. So, right, we're doing another little Trump one. So have you heard he's rescinded the ban on plastic straws? Have you heard that? Environmentalists up in arms. And I just think if you are a fully grown adult concerned about the environmental impact of using a plastic straw, just use a roll up banknote like everybody else does. So, with my upbringing, I think it would be remiss of me not to end with a knock-knock joke. I've got a knock-knock joke. So I'm going to need your help, Cambridge. Is that right?
Yeah.
Hey.
One of my daughters, she's only 11. She knows it's risque. She's not sure why. And if you don't laugh at me, hey kids, not all of them is fine. So, ready, Cambridge? So, knock knock.
Who's there?
Mum Fox.
Mum Fox.
Everyone. Thank you very much. I'm going to Cambridge. Thank you very much.
Hey!